Have you ever wondered what truly makes South Africa one of the most fascinating countries on Earth? Beyond the safari adventures, golden sunsets, and breathtaking mountains, lies a nation full of secrets, surprises, and stories that few people ever get to hear. This is South Africa, a land where penguins walk on sunny beaches, where 11 languages echo across vibrant cities, and where history, nature, and innovation blend in ways that will leave you in awe. From the heart of Johannesburg's golden mines to the peaceful shores of Cape Town, from the spirit of Nelson Mandela's legacy to the rhythm of Amapiano, South Africa isn't just another country. It's a world within a world, a living masterpiece shaped by its people, its past, and its promise. In this video, we'll uncover the untold facts about South Africa that will leave you speechless. So sit back, relax, and let's journey through the wonders, mysteries, and mind-blowing truths of the Rainbow Nation. Let's dive in, because once you discover these facts, you'll never look at South Africa the same way again. Number 10. The only country with 3 capital cities. At number 10, we travel deep into the heart of South Africa's political and historical landscape, a land so unique that it couldn't settle for just one capital city. Yes, you heard that right. South Africa is the only country in the entire world that has 3 official capital cities. Each one serves a different purpose, a perfect reflection of balance, history, and national unity. First, there's Pretoria, known as the administrative capital. It's here that the president lives, and where the country's executive decisions are made. Lined with purple jacaranda trees and elegant government buildings, Pretoria symbolizes leadership and the nation's forward movement. Then we have Cape Town, the legislative capital, a breathtaking coastal city where the Parliament of South Africa meets. Surrounded by the majestic Table Mountain, Cape Town isn't just about politics, it's a vibrant mix of culture, diversity, and beauty, where the voices of the people echo through democracy. And finally, Bloemfontein, the judicial capital, a quieter, charming city that houses the Supreme Court of Appeal, making it the center of justice and fairness in the country's legal system. 3 cities, 3 purposes, 1 nation. This unique arrangement was born from South Africa's complex history, a compromise made in 1910 to bring unity among its regions after years of division and colonial rule. Today, these 3 capitals stand not just as political centers, but as powerful symbols of balance, cooperation, and the spirit of the Rainbow Nation. So next time you think of a country's capital, remember, South Africa didn't choose one, it embraced 3, each representing a piece of its incredible story. Number 9. Home to wild penguins on a beach. At number 9, we uncover one of South Africa's most unexpected and delightful secrets, a place where the sun kisses the ocean, and penguins waddle freely along the sandy shores. Yes, you heard that right. In South Africa, you can find wild penguins, living on a warm, sunny beach. Just a short drive from Cape Town lies the famous Boulders Beach, in the small seaside town of Simonstown. Here, among massive granite rocks and turquoise waters, a colony of African penguins has made its home. A rare and magical sight you won't find anywhere else on Earth. These charming creatures are smaller than the typical penguins you might imagine, standing just about 60 centimeters tall. With the black and white coats and pink patches above their eyes, they look almost too cute to be real, but don't be fooled, they're strong swimmers and fierce survivors. The African penguin is also known as the jackass penguin because of the braying sound it makes, a call that sounds surprisingly like a donkey. Sadly, these penguins are an endangered species, with only about 20,000 breeding pairs left in the wild. Their biggest threats include climate change, oil spills, and the loss of their natural feeding grounds. But thanks to conservation efforts, places like Boulders Beach have become safe sanctuaries, where visitors can walk along wooden boardwalks and watch these incredible animals live freely in their natural habitat. There's something truly special about seeing penguins under the African sun, a beautiful reminder of nature's ability to surprise, adapt, and inspire. It's one of those rare moments where you realize, Africa isn't just about lions and elephants. It's also home to some of the most unique and heartwarming wildlife experiences on the planet. So the next time you visit Cape Town, don't forget to take a trip to Boulders Beach, where penguins, sand, and sunshine come together to tell one of South Africa's most amazing stories. Number 8. A nation united by sport. At number 8, we explore a story that goes far beyond the playing fields. A story of pride, unity, and the power of sport to heal a nation once divided. This is South Africa, a country that has proven, time and time again, that sport can unite hearts where politics and history once built walls. It was the year 1995, just 1 year after the end of apartheid. The nation was still healing, still searching for a common identity. And then came the Rugby World Cup, hosted right here, in South Africa. The world watched as the underdog Springboks took to the field, representing a country still learning what it meant to be one people. When they faced New Zealand in that unforgettable final at Ellis Park Stadium, something extraordinary happened. South Africans of all colors, backgrounds, and languages stood side by side, cheering for the same team, for the same dream. And when the Springboks lifted the trophy, it wasn't just a victory for rugby, it was a victory for unity. That moment became immortalized when Nelson Mandela, wearing the green and gold Springbok jersey, handed the Webb Ellis Cup to team captain Francois Pienaar. A simple gesture, but one that sent a message of peace, reconciliation, and hope across the world. From that day forward, sport became more than just a game in South Africa. It became a language of togetherness. Whether it's rugby, cricket, or football, sport continues to bring South Africans together. In 2010, when South Africa hosted the FIFA World Cup, the first ever on African soil, the same spirit of unity filled the streets once again. From the sound of vuvuzelas to the energy in every stadium, the nation's heart beat as one. Today, that legacy lives on, proving that in South Africa, sport isn't just about winning or losing. It's about pride, it's about healing, and it's about standing together as one people, united under the colors of green, gold, and hope. And that's why, at number 8, South Africa remains a shining example of how the love of sport can unite a nation and inspire the entire world. Number 7. The world's largest diamond was found here. At number 7, we uncover a story that shines brighter than any other, a discovery so magnificent, it forever changed the world of jewels and history alike. This is the story of the Cullinan diamond, the largest diamond ever found on Earth. It all began on a quiet afternoon in 1905, at the Premier Mine, near a small town called Cullinan, just outside Pretoria in South Africa. A mine superintendent named Frederick Wells was walking through the mine when something caught his eye, a glimmer of light reflecting from the wall of the pit. When he reached in and pulled it out, he couldn't believe what he was holding, a massive crystal, roughly the size of a human hand. That crystal would later be identified as a 3,106-carat diamond, the largest gem-quality diamond ever discovered in human history. The diamond was named the Cullinan, after the mine's owner, Sir Thomas Cullinan. Its sheer size and clarity left experts speechless. It was so enormous that many believed it had to be a fake, until tests confirmed it was real. What happened next was just as remarkable. The Cullinan diamond was eventually sent to London, where it was presented as a gift to King Edward VII of Britain. Later, expert craftsmen in Amsterdam spent months studying the stone before cutting it into 9 major diamonds and 96 smaller ones, each one flawless, priceless, and unique. The largest of these pieces, known as the Great Star of Africa, weighs an incredible 530.2 carats and is now set in the royal scepter of the British Crown Jewels, displayed in the Tower of London. The second largest, the Lesser Star of Africa, sits proudly in the imperial state crown, symbols of both beauty and power, born from the deep earth of South Africa. To this day, the discovery of the Cullinan diamond remains one of South Africa's most extraordinary contributions to world history. It's a reminder that beneath its soil, this land holds treasures, not just of wealth, but of wonder, legacy, and brilliance. So next time you see the sparkling crown jewels of Britain, remember this. Their light began in the heart of South Africa. Number 6. Gold-built Johannesburg. At number 6, we journey to the glittering heart of South Africa, a city built on dreams, ambition, and the power of gold. This is Johannesburg, also known as Egoli, a name that means, the place of gold. Over a century ago, this bustling metropolis was nothing more than open farmland. But in 1886, everything changed. A man named George Harrison, a humble prospector, stumbled upon a vein of gold on a small farm in the Witwatersrand Hills. What happened next would change South Africa forever. Within months, thousands of hopeful miners, fortune seekers, and entrepreneurs poured into the region from every corner of the world. They came chasing a golden promise, a chance to strike it rich and start a new life. From tents and dusty camps, a city began to rise. Within just a few years, Johannesburg became the fastest growing city in Africa, and soon, the economic powerhouse of the entire continent. At its peak, the Witwatersrand Gold Reef produced nearly half of the world's gold, turning South Africa into one of the most resource-rich nations on Earth. But Johannesburg's story isn't just about wealth, it's about resilience. The people who built this city faced harsh conditions, dangerous mines, and racial inequalities. Yet through it all, Johannesburg continued to rise, its skyline growing taller, its culture more vibrant, its spirit unbreakable. Today, Johannesburg stands as South Africa's largest city, a modern hub of business, art, and innovation. But deep beneath its streets still lie the tunnels and veins that once fueled its golden beginnings. Every skyscraper, every busy street, and every corner of Joburg, as locals call it, tells a story of how gold built not just a city, but a legacy. So the next time you think of Johannesburg, remember the sparkle beneath its surface, a reminder that from the depths of the earth, South Africa's golden heart was born. Number 5. Table Mountain, older than the Himalayas. At number 5, we look toward one of the most iconic landmarks on the African continent, a mountain that stands proudly above Cape Town and has watched over South Africa for hundreds of millions of years. This is Table Mountain, a natural wonder so ancient, it's older than the Himalayas, and even older than the Alps themselves. Rising 1,085 meters above sea level, Table Mountain isn't just a breathtaking sight, it's a living monument to time itself. Geologists believe that the rocks forming this flat-top giant are around 260 million years old, making them some of the oldest exposed rocks on the planet. To put that into perspective, when Table Mountain was already standing tall, the mighty Himalayas hadn't even begun to form. Dinosaurs hadn't yet walked the earth. The continents themselves were still drifting into place. The mountain gets its name from its distinctive flat summit, which stretches for nearly 3 kilometers, appearing like a vast tabletop overlooking the city of Cape Town. Locals call it Kwaito, meaning mountain in the sea, a name given by the indigenous Khoisan people long before the arrival of European settlers. It's no surprise that Table Mountain was chosen as one of the new 7 wonders of nature, a recognition it received in 2011, honoring both its beauty and its deep geological significance. But Table Mountain isn't just a pile of ancient rock. It's home to over 2,200 species of plants, many of which are found nowhere else on Earth. It's a sacred place, a symbol of Cape Town's identity, and a beloved natural treasure for South Africans and visitors alike. On any given day, you'll find hikers, nature lovers, and travelers from around the world climbing its trails or taking the cableway to the top, to stand where time itself seems to pause, and the view stretches endlessly toward the ocean. Standing on Table Mountain is like standing on the shoulders of history. It's a reminder of just how old, how wise, and how magnificent the earth can be. So when you gaze upon Table Mountain, you're not just looking at a landmark, you're witnessing a timeless guardian, older than the Himalayas themselves, and a true symbol of South Africa's enduring natural beauty. Number 4. The only country to ever voluntarily give up nuclear weapons. At number 4, we uncover a story that very few nations in history can tell, a story of power, responsibility, and the rare courage to choose peace over destruction. This is the story of how South Africa became the only country in the world to build nuclear weapons, and then voluntarily dismantle them. It began during the height of the Cold War, a time when the world was divided between East and West, and nations raced to develop the ultimate weapon of power. In the 1970s and 1980s, South Africa secretly developed a nuclear weapons program, building a small but sophisticated arsenal of 6 fully operational nuclear bombs, with a 7th in development. The weapons were designed for deterrence, a way to project strength and protect the nation's interests during a time of great political isolation and global tension. But then came a turning point. As the 1980s drew to a close, South Africa began to transition away from apartheid and toward a new era of democracy and openness. The government made a historic and unprecedented decision to dismantle every nuclear weapon, destroy the materials, and shut down the entire weapons program before handing power over to a new democratic government. By 1991, South Africa had joined the Treaty on the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, NPT, and by 1994, international inspectors confirmed that every last nuclear bomb had been dismantled, safely, completely, and voluntarily. No other nation in history has ever done this. It was an act of moral courage, a statement to the world that true power lies not in weapons of war, but in the willingness to choose peace, transparency, and trust. This decision not only reshaped South Africa's global reputation, but also positioned it as a symbol of responsibility and reconciliation, a nation determined to lead by example. Today, South Africa stands as the only country ever to develop nuclear weapons, and then destroy them by choice. A rare and powerful reminder that the greatest strength a nation can show is the courage to walk away from destruction and embrace peace instead. Number 3. The Big 5 Safari Legends are native here. At number 3, we journey into the wild heart of South Africa, a place where nature tells its stories through power, beauty, and survival. This is the land of the Big 5, 5 of the most magnificent and iconic animals on Earth, all native to South Africa. The term, Big 5, doesn't refer to their size alone, but to the 5 most challenging animals to hunt on foot, as named by early African hunters. Today, that same list represents the pride of African wildlife conservation, and the ultimate dream of every safari lover. The Big 5 include the lion, the leopard, the elephant, the rhinoceros, and the buffalo, each one a legend in its own right. The lion, known as the king of the jungle, isn't just a predator, it's a symbol of courage, strength, and majesty. In the open savannas of South Africa's Kruger National Park, you can still hear their mighty roars echo through the night, a sound that sends chills through your soul. Then there's the leopard, elusive, graceful, and mysterious. Often seen draped over the branches of acacia trees, this solitary hunter moves with quiet precision, its golden coat blending perfectly into the African dusk. The elephant, the largest land animal on Earth, is both powerful and gentle. South Africa's elephants are symbols of wisdom and family, moving in herds, caring for one another, and showing deep emotion that reminds us of our shared connection with nature. Next, we have the rhinoceros, a creature of ancient strength, whose thick armor-like skin hides a peaceful heart. Sadly, rhinos have been heavily targeted by poachers, but South Africa has become a world leader in conservation and protection efforts, working tirelessly to keep these giants safe for future generations. And finally, the Cape buffalo, strong, unpredictable, and fiercely loyal to its herd. When threatened, they stand their ground together, a powerful symbol of unity and resilience in the wild. Together, these 5 magnificent animals form the backbone of South Africa's rich safari heritage. They attract millions of visitors each year to legendary reserves like Kruger National Park, Addo Elephant Park, and Pilanesberg, where people come face to face with the raw beauty of the African wilderness. The Big Five aren't just animals, they're guardians of Africa's wild spirit, symbols of strength, endurance, and natural wonder. To see them in their natural habitat is to witness the heartbeat of South Africa itself, wild, free, and unforgettable. And that's why, at number 3, the Big Five stand as living legends, proof that South Africa's natural treasures are truly among the greatest on Earth. Number 2, home of vibrant music and dance. At number 2, we enter the heartbeat of South Africa, a land alive with rhythm, melody, and movement. From Amapiano to Kwaito, to the vibrant Zululand tribal dances, South Africa's music and dance scene is as diverse as it is dynamic. It has inspired global rhythms, and continues to shape and dominate African pop culture today. Amapiano, with its smooth, soulful beats, has taken not just South Africa, but the entire world, by storm. Kwaito, with its energetic tempos and urban flavor, tells the story of youth, life, and resilience in the townships. And the traditional dances of Zululand. Each step, each rhythm, is a living expression of heritage, history, and community spirit. Music and dance in South Africa are more than art, they are a language, a celebration, and a force that unites generations. From bustling city streets to open village plains, from local celebrations to international stages, the country's rhythms continue to captivate hearts across the globe. So when you hear a beat that makes you move, or watch a dance that tells a story of a people, you are experiencing the soul of South Africa itself, vibrant, unstoppable, and unforgettable. Number 1, a country with 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners from the same street. At number 1, we celebrate a remarkable story of courage, resilience, and the power of the human spirit. South Africa is the only country in the world with a street that has been home to 2 Nobel Peace Prize winners. This street is Vilakazi Street, located in the vibrant township of Soweto, near Johannesburg. It is here that the legendary Nelson Mandela once lived, the man who led South Africa out of apartheid and became a global symbol of reconciliation, forgiveness, and hope. Not far from him lived another giant of peace and justice, Desmond Tutu, the beloved archbishop, whose tireless work for human rights, equality, and nonviolent protest helped shape the moral conscience of a nation. 2 men, 2 Nobel Peace Prizes, 1 street, a testament to the extraordinary spirit of South Africa. It's more than coincidence, it's a symbol of possibility, a reminder that courage and leadership can emerge from the most humble of places. Today, Vilakazi Street is more than just a street, it's a living landmark, a beacon of hope, and a place where visitors from around the world come to pay tribute. Walking its paths, you feel the echoes of history, and the enduring message that one person, and sometimes 2 from the same street, can change the course of a nation and the world. So at number 1, South Africa reminds us all, courage, leadership, and a vision for justice can come from anywhere, even from a single street in Soweto. What an incredible journey it has been. From the golden depths of Johannesburg to the misty peaks of Table Mountain. From the laughter of Cape Town streets to the soulful rhythms that unite this beautiful land. South Africa truly stands as a living story, a story of resilience, color, spirit, and unity. Each fact we've uncovered today reminds us that Africa's heartbeat is powerful, and South Africa's story is one that continues to inspire the world. If you've enjoyed discovering these untold facts and the wonders behind them, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss out on more amazing African stories just like this one. Because here, we celebrate Africa, its people, its places, and its endless stories waiting to be told. Thank you for watching and for being part of this journey through the Rainbow Nation. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep celebrating the beauty of Africa. See you in the next African epic video.